tree, work with that soft focus. It's a good practice for getting out of scrolling, comparing, honing that physical gaze. Pick up the right knee, right foot, and you can work with hands in prayer, hands at your hips, maybe airplane style. Full circle of the right leg, once, maybe twice, one way. Slower the better. And then in a sense, at least once, maybe twice the other. If you're wobbling through it, it is not easy. Working toward a little bit more mobility over time. And when that right knee comes forward, you draw both the right and left hip back. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, let's start to step the right foot way back, crescent moon. Bend your back knee a lot. Lengthen your tailbone, lift your sternum. Take the arms out and up. Now start to straighten the legs, shy of locking the knees. Come all the way up. Exhaling, bend the knees, bend those elbows, come on down. Let's circle the arms, stand it up without locking or jamming. Exhale, come on down. One more time, big breath in. Full breath out. Now hands at the heart. If you need to put your back knee down, you do. Hinging forward, press the right heel back, still squaring the pelvis. And start to twist. Right upper arm toward the outer thigh, maybe taking your own hand to it, pushing the palms or the finger pads together, or just the top fist into the bottom hand, baseball in its glove, if you will. You can also go toward flyaway, a bind if it's familiar. Back leg maybe gets a little straighter. Choose to soften somewhere, like your face, your jaw. If it's too much to look up, definitely take the gaze forward or down. And I find on my way back to crescent that is often key. Maybe taking the gaze forward from there. Hands could be at the hips, the heart, or stay right where they are. Step your back foot to your front foot. That's probably the hardest part. And then you can shake it out a little bit. Come back to neutral. Shoulder roll or two, finding Tadasana. It's easy for different habits, patterns to come in through something that hard. Creating a little more balance first. And then, of course, moving into side two from there. Picking up the left knee. Full circle or two, one way. Helping what is a ball and socket joint to find its full range of motion. And that circle or two the other way, noting your standing knee is not jammed. Your toes are not claw-like. Easier said than done. Take another breath, catching your balance. And then find your way to that crescent moon. Little adjustments, bending the back knee. Hands can start at the heart. Maybe they're already reaching up toward the sky, standing it up shy of jamming those knees. And exhale, take it down. You can circle or just reach, big inhale. Exhale. And to be clear, your torso is upright, if you will, throughout that movement. Working to lengthen the back of the pelvis to lift the front of the pelvis, the hip points. This time when you come down, feeling that, maybe drawing your left hip forward, your right hip back. Opting to put your back knee down if it's helpful, if it's needed. We hinge forward, our back leg does press back, getting a little straighter. Left upper arm moves toward the outer thigh. Top hand or fist can push into the bottom hand. Or playing with a variation that feels like a good challenge for you. Talked about looking up, forward or down, finding what really works. Breathing in, breathing out, last moments in this twist. Specifically helpful for our digestive system, helping it work a little more efficiently, effectively. Ease your way to neutral, you're again in crescent. Back foot will step forward in a moment. You can always adjust the arms first. Transition from there. A little shake and shimmy. Walk your feet to roughly mat width. And do either sway for a breath or two, or right into circling with me. Taking it one way, then the other. And then again, just rocking it out. You're going to turn your heels in, your toes out, somewhere around 45, 50 degrees. Hands can stay just as they are. Again, maybe reaching them up. Sit your booty back and down. Malasana, the yoga-inspired squat, garland pose. Rooting and rising. Inhale, we're standing up without locking the knees. Exhale, we're taking it down from there. Do flow through this a few times. Let your bum rock back. If your heels lift a little bit, it's okay, but maybe you want to slide a pillow or a thin towel underneath them. You could also put a block or two under your bum to make things quite a bit easier and just hold in that shape. Maybe 4, 5, 6 or so on your own. And then come on down, allowing the chest to expand, letting it be as much of a hip opener as it is a heart opener. You could take a good 5, 6, 7 breaths just being here, or playing with the little crow pose, Bakasana. And if you get nervous, putting a pillow in front of you. So like in gymnastics, right, you have a little crash pad, a little mat. You could also put a block underneath your feet, which is more of a launching pad, a little branch to fly forward and up, ideally not down. And we can play with climbing high onto the balls of the feet first, stretching it out that way. Elbows drawing in and back, rocking forward, look forward. Feel the lowest part of the torso, the pelvic floor lift. The navel drawing as you breathe out, and maybe the second big toe comes up to meet the first. Now that lift is connecting the entire core. Well, it's not a cute idea. It is those same muscles you have to lift when you have to hold it, when you can't go to the bathroom immediately. Engaging, right? Maybe one more time, playing with that. Rock the chest forward, look past your mat. Picking up one foot, the other, maybe both simultaneously. Any variations, if there's something fancy you want to play with and it's familiar. And then you can take a final chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Or just cruise your way into Balasana, child's pose. And letting the fingers drift back by your toes. And take a few breaths into the front, the sides, and the back of the body. Subtle hold at the top, subtle hold at the bottom.